What up, man? Yeah. What we doing? Bearded conversation, homie. Tap in. Why you hate?
Good evening, and Grand Rising, everybody, man. How y'all doing tonight, man? Hey, welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation, man. Welcome to Manday, man. How everybody doing? First and foremost, big ups to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video, man. Also, don't forget, man, y'all know they open in Chicago Pizza, 501 East 61st Street in Chicago, Illinois, and want some good soul food. Go check out Dan's Soul Food and Bakery, 2523 West 79th Street, also located in Chicago, Illinois. And if you want to get some grown folks relaxation in, man, go check out Cafe where grown folks play. They got them slots, y'all. They got them slots. 17553 South Kesey in Hazelcrest, Illinois. And if you're on my way, man, over East 2911 East 79th Street, man, the Urban Lust Cafe. Hey, and don't forget, if you got a cough or sneeze and you ain't feeling well, man, check out the doc at the House of Health and Wellness, located 1400 Torrance Avenue, Suite 213. And when y'all get there, man, let them know Bearded Conversation sent you, man. Y'all know what it is. Hey, man, big ups to my co-host, man, L Boogie. Big ups to my co-host, Roscoe P. And my little one, A Jizzle, the co-hostess with the mostest. Big ups to AJ, man. Big ups to everybody out there tonight for tuning in and, you know what I'm saying, fucking with your boy, man. You know, so y'all know what it is, man. Hey. The Hood Lovers. Yo, nephew in the building. What's going on, nephew? Hey, but y'all know what I like to do, man. I like to hit it with the re-rocks with no interruptions, man, so y'all can take that in, man. Taking this full essence of this bearded conversation. You feel me?
Yeah, we coming off the block with this one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What up, man? Yeah.
What we doing?
Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hate? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge it.
Off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in.
Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Come on. Damn. Got it off the block, forming a dynasty from a rock. Laid back in the cut, press play, can't get enough. Yo, let's chop it up in every location. A bearded conversation, opportunity keep knocking like child support. Famous started from the bottom like basements, now we famous. Podcast official, the topic will probably hit you from a distance like a pistol. Subscribe so you can listen to survival of the fittest. We talking it how we living it. Rolling like a dealership, managing several businesses. T-shirts, podcast, no, you don't need a membership. Just follow us on YouTube, Knowledge Supreme Infinite. Chicago got a zipping exotic, let's talk about it. Going live, check your notifications so you can holler or leave it in the comments.
Hey, man, big ups to L Boogie for producing the track, and big ups to Damon Dushan. Go follow that boy on all music streaming platforms. Damon Dushan.
Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back to hood lovers. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back. Come on. The hood lovers. Off the block, giving it back. The hood lovers. Broadcasting live. Giving it back, bearded conversation off the block, giving it back, bearded conversation off the block, giving it back, bearded conversation off the block, giving it back.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation, man. And I am your host, Beard Genghis Khan, aka the Khan Man, BKA, Mr. BGK. Hey, man, first and foremost, man, before I get into my little spiel, man, hey, man, big ups to my youngin', man, big ups to my youngin' nephew, man, you know what I'm saying, on his, he got accepted into 22 colleges, and he got 5 4-year scholarships, man, big ups. Man, big up to you, man. Hey, congratulations, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Hey, keep up the work in them books, man, and on that football field. You know what I'm saying? He a football player, y'all. Big ups to him, man. Keep it up, man. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, and don't stop. And don't let nobody stand in your way, man. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and what you can't do, you know? Don't let nobody tell you what you can and what you can't do, man. But anyway, you know how we start the show off, man. First and foremost, I like to, let everybody know, man. Let's keep everybody in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Let's keep everybody in our thoughts, prayer, views, and meditations. You know what I'm saying, man? There's a lot of things going on out there in the world today. There's a lot of tragedy happening. You know what I'm saying? Big up to the ones who may have lost family members in a Category 5 hurricane that was Helene that was spurring up down there and Florida's coast, and other areas that it might have hit. And like I say, man, it's just a lot of negative things going on in the world today. So, man, let's keep everybody in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. People we come in contact with, people we're cordial with every day. Our family, our extended family, and most definitely, man, our Bearded Conversation family, man. Big ups to everybody, kids out there, everybody, loved ones. Hope everybody is in good health. You know what I'm saying? Good mind and good spirit. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to all my kids out there. Y'all know who he is. We ain't gonna go through on a night like that. Hey, also, man, big ups to my moderators too, man. Young boy Maya Bucks, Master Teacher Fox Doc, TLS, Preston McKenzie, and my big bro, Professor Remo, and also the Queens to be in the conversation. The First Lady, Miss Gigi, Miss Starworth Marcus LLC, and also last but not least, Miss Cece, man. Big ups, big ups, big ups, big ups to my moderators, man. Because man, they help keep the show going and flowing, man. But with that being said, yeah, y'all know what it is, man. Thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations, man. Because we all about peace, love, respect, motivation, and inspiration here on Bearded Conversation. That's what we about. That's what we try to bring forth. And that's what we try to engage with our message to the people. Hey, P Mac, what's going on, my boy? What's going on, my boy? So that's what we try to bring to the people, man. Respect, love, motivation, inspiration, man. And amongst other things as well. But like I say, man, big ups to you, nephew, man, for getting accepted in the colleges, man, and getting 5 4-year scholarships. Me, I'm gonna tell you, man. Hey, take choose out of them 5 which one best suits your needs. For me, that's what I'm gonna say, man. Get that money, go there, get your education, man. You know what I'm saying? However you get it, man, just stay focused, stay convicted, stay committed, and stay on the path. Keep doing what you're doing because you know what I'm saying, you're doing a great thing. Also, big ups to your mom and dad. I don't know how prevalent they are in your life, but big ups to them too. You know what I'm saying, for being able to raise and partake in the things that you're doing, excuse me, in the things that you're doing in your life growing as a young man. You know what I'm saying? So big ups to them. And like I said, big ups to you as well, man. Most definitely, most definitely, most definitely, man. Well, today is Manly Manday, man. We take this day, to tune in to the guys and talk guy talk and see what's going on with us in our world. You know what I'm saying? Making sure we okay mentally, spiritually, physically, you know what I'm saying, amongst other things. Hey, also, man, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is. Before I get to that, also, hey, man, for the people out there, man, that's watching and that might tune in, man, check out the publications, man. Check out, what I'm saying, previous broadcasts, man. Leave a comment. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you don't like it. If you got a particular subject matter that you may want to bring onto the show and talk about, or a presentation that you might want to do or bring forth to the people on the show, you're more than welcome to come on. This is an open platform, open forum. Or you might, what I'm saying, have a business that you want to promote or to do music or something like that. You can shoot me an email at beergangerscon@gmail.com. Again, that's shoot me an email at beergangerscon@gmail.com. You can hit more in the description and you can get all ways to get in contact with your boy. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see what it is in the background. Them Bears, man. Caleb Williams looked good Sunday. But, you know, I will say this, man. It was still it still was a little shaky for me. On the fundamental technical side of actually playing football, because they supposed to beat the North Carolina Panthers. They the worst team in the league right now on paper. Anyway, shit. I'm, in the actual game too. But like I say, man, the Bears should have beat them the way they beat them. I think they should have put up a lot more points. But like I say, man, Caleb Williams, as it's getting better, I mean, as games go on, he getting a little better. You know what I'm saying? He picking up things, he learning. Also with Justin Fields over there, and the Steelers, man. You know, they had a battle last night with Dallas. You know, Dallas ain't really that. From what I was watching, man, the game was boring, man. It wasn't. You know, neither quarterback was too impressive. It seems like the Steelers is playing it safe and playing it, you know, real close with your boy Fields at the helm. You know what I'm saying? You know, they really slow doing it, man. They really not you know, they really not they not letting them throw the ball, man. It's like they not comfortable. You know, I seen a few design runs, like sweeps and little off tackle runs, whatever the case may be, but nothing too, you know what I'm saying, man? Get him out there. Listen, man, let that man scramble and use his arm and his legs, man. Don't confine him to just one thing, man. That ain't what he about, man. No, don't do Justin Fields like that, man. And also, is Russell Wilson hurt, man? He got the war paint on. You know, he on the sideline like he ready to go. He say paper don't play the games, though. That's true, Professor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, that's why I said, well, shit, in the game ain't really look that great neither. But you know what I'm saying? And again, and not to down my team, because you know, win or lose, you know, even if they lose and I talk shit about them, or I talk crap about them, excuse me. You know, I'm gonna be a diehard Bears fan. But again, even with the Bears playing the way they play, that's a game that should have been expected for them to win. In the fashion that they won. It was nice to see them, you know, put some points on the board. So hopefully, offensively, it get Caleb going. It give him a little bit more confidence to, you know, get into his little strut. You know, so big ups to Caleb Williams, man, and the Bears, man. You know what I'm saying, for doing their thing. You know, hey man, Dallas, hey man, Dallas pulled out a nail biter too. Even though the game was boring, man, up until like the fourth quarter, but Dallas pulled out a nail biter, man. But big ups to all the fellas, man, in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? That played Sunday. Hey, big ups to me too, man, because I whooped ass on my fantasy draft. Man, y'all, I broke my phone. Everybody gotta give me a new phone, man. It's crazy, man. But before we get into anything else or go any further, man, let's do this here. Let's do this here. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. I don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend. I don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend. This video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only. This video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only, with underline and undertone on edutainment. Um, you know, don't take any advice given or anything shown on this video stream for face value without consulting the proper professional that suits your need. Most definitely, because we don't want you going out here starting no revolts, robbing no banks, telling your boss what he can take, how he can turn it sideways, and where to put it. You know, because you can't get no money out of me, man. And yes, y'all can see your boy solo dolo, man. So it's hard to get in contact with them other people. But yeah, man, we don't mean to hurt all to offend, man. You know, we talk how we talk, man. We do what we do. Everybody is opinionated, you know. You know, everybody can say what they want to say. Does it make it right? No, but do they have the right to say it? I mean, yeah, it's coming out their mouth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, and we all can have something to say about creative speech or any type of speech, but you know, it is what it is, man. That's that's the way the world go. You know, not that I was having a conversation earlier, but I was talking to I went to work this morning. I was talking to a young lady, and we had, you know, just got to talking about certain things in that nature. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to talk about how people, um, you know, shouldn't talk about religion and politics. Or not how they shouldn't, but, you know, they say that those are one of the things that you should stem away from. He said, I didn't get a chance to watch. Did the defense do all the work? No. Caleb threw for like 304 yards, few TDs. He did his thing. Um, that Steelers Dallas game was horrible. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that Cincinnati and Baltimore, I watched that game too, man. Hey, and I got Burrows as a quarterback and Chase as a receiver, but I went with Jared Allen because I also got Jared Allen. Hey man, and boy Wayne, man, little bro, I'm gonna choke you when I see you. You told me not to start, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all. He told me, man, go ahead and start Josh Allen Cause man, and I thought the same way, man, because it was Baltimore, and I'm like, man, I don't know. And Burrow, you know what I'm saying, was doing this thing, man. And I really thought Cincinnati was gonna pull that out. That was a nail biter, man. Overtime. That was a nail biter. That was a nail biter. It was a few good games this weekend, man. A lot of high scoring games, man. They starting to pick it up. A lot of high scoring games going on. Man, I broke my phone, so I can't even, what I'm saying, keep y'all up to date on tonight's game. But anyway, man. But we like I said, I was at work, man, and whatever discussion we had came up, and it was said that we can't talk about. So here on Manly Manday, man, I want the peoples to come in, man. I know a few people came, few people left, man. Come on in, man. I really want to know, man. I had a vision and a theme for tonight, so I honestly wanted to interact and get to the people and ask a question to the people, and I wanted to conversate about do you guys think that we're here as a people, as a species? Do you think we were here with a point, or do you think we were just spontaneously just just evolve and excuse me and started to once we evolved, started to regulate our thinking into trying to figure out how we came about? Or do you think we were actually divinely placed, or not even divinely placed, or scientifically placed by something here to do or serve a specific purpose? And do we have any idea of what that purpose or what your purpose might be? But that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. But as I get more people in, maybe I touch on it a little more. But yeah, but religion and politics. Also I really want to know why is it that it's such an emotional trauma or such an emotional territory when we get into religion and politics. It's always, well, it's your belief, or it's your opinion, or it's this, or it's that, you know, because now when we're talking and we're conversing and we having this discourse and we're going back and forth, about whether it's religion or politics, whether it's anything, if we look up the definition of these words, everyone's opinionated. Everyone has, but when we talk about certain specific things like Republican versus Democrat, um, it it can get touchy when we dealing with policies, and we dealing with how one group deals with certain situations versus how another group deals. But when we can physically see these things, so a lot of the arguments and the emotional trauma that's attached to having these conversations when it's dealing with politics, I think comes from the lack of knowing. A lot of us need to take a lot of a few political science classes and other classes. And again, I always advocate and try to let the people know, man, get out here, find out who these people are that's running for these offices. And once you find out who these people are, follow a trail, find out the connections, find out the people that they intermingle with, find out the people that they intertwine themselves with. Find out the people that support them. I'm talking about the major people that support them. You find out why they're putting backers into them. See what they're about as well. Also, on your local levels, man, find out about your aldermen, your comptrollers, your circuit judges, your appellate court judges, and things of that nature. See, track their histories from law. A lot of things are public. Some things you might not be able to get, but a lot of things are public record. And listen, we like to say that the technology thing is a hindrance to us, and I do believe at times it can be. But let's use this. See, that's because the utilization of the technology isn't warranted the way it should be. Also, I was having a discussion with the lady, and she got into the AI and the technology, and how okay, yeah, it might be a good thing, but we shouldn't want it. She was talking about how she works in the transportation field, and now that they have trucks that deliver your stuff, they got trucks that they like how we operate remote control cars. They have trucks that ship across with no person driving. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I'd have been in hotels where they have robots to come up to your room. They physically can't clean the room, but like if you need soap, towels, or things of that nature, you got robots that come up to you and give you these things. You know what I'm saying? Just like um I was watching corporate, you know what I'm saying? This was a while ago though, but he was in Wilmers, and I think they got like the downtown uh uh restaurant. They got the robots that come bring your food. So I get it, but see here, but again, when we get on here on Build a Conversation, man, and when the times when I be having the discussions about nation building and talk about how what we should be doing and how we should be trying to get to it. So, and again, with that being said, we should be more intertech to answer or to counter what she was saying, or to counter what anybody who would negative or give a negative connotation towards AI and the technology field. Not saying that everything has its pros and cons, but if we were to funnel or cycle or create spaces where our youth um was encompassed or was excited or attracted to get into those type of fields, we can create jobs. We can create jobs, in the AI, and because now I'll have somebody to service certain parts. I would have certain people to distribute. I would have certain people to program. I would have certain people to do certain things with. If we were getting into these type of fields versus us not even getting into it, and yeah, we losing jobs because we doing simple jobs. Hell, I could anybody can say welcome to whatever. Can I take your order? Versus a machine, and all you got to do is press, and I ain't got to deal with somebody attitude. But
True.
why be the person or that owns the company that builds that machine? You see what I'm saying? That's how we break through and get into that. And you know what I'm saying? But what's up, Professor? The Professor.
What's happening, my brother?
How you feel tonight, my boy?
Oh man, can't complain.
Can't
Everything
complain.
beautiful, bro.
Yeah, how school coming along for you, brother?
Man, this law class is ridiculous. This is crazy. Great.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Yeah, I do, but man, it's just a workload, bro.
Yeah. And well, man, shit. Well, it's a workload because you're not a young man no more. You know what I'm saying? My daughter breezing through that shit. I'll be asking her, man, you need help? You good? You woo woo? She said, yeah, I just need some money. I said, yeah, I bet. But she
Nah,
don't really
it's a whole different animal though, bro. They stuffing
yeah.
16 weeks worth of work into 4 weeks.
Yeah, man, get down. And it ain't like you got a life no way. You might as well you the professor.
That's true. That is
Yeah,
true.
you the professor. Get to it, man. Shit,
Trying to,
might as
brother.
well. Yeah. Yeah. But before I go to the first topic that I really wanted to talk about, now I was speaking about, like I say, the religion and politics, man. Why do you think that's such a touchy subject?
Well, religion is completely separate from politics, so I'll address them
Both
as
differently. Go
such.
ahead.
Yeah. So with religion, it's more so the utility that you get from it, right? Everybody gets something from religion.
Mm-hmm.
Am I coming through clear or am I like breaking up?
Oh no, you coming through perfect, brother.
Okay. Um, if different people get different things out of religion, of course they're gonna have different standpoints on it, right? Like some people feel like they become better people when they follow that religion. Other people feel like maybe this is their answer for things that are going wrong for them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it all depends on what a person gets from it. So
I
that's
mean,
why
yeah,
it's a sensitive subject.
yeah. I mean, but see, even with that, like how I would say that I wouldn't choose a particular Western religion to identify with. I would choose maybe more of a cultural center African diaspora spirituality system to identify with versus some Western shit. But again, I always say, even though I don't identify with with you know I don't want to say foundational religion, but what we know as religion today, if it helps you do and become a productive person or be a great person or whatever, that's great and that's good. But why can't we talk about see, and this is because everyone has an opinion, everything is different. Let's not attach emotional to it. Let's attach logic to it, because if that was the case, bro, we wouldn't have theology school, we wouldn't have seminary school. People people get their different degrees in this because they want to debate it. They want to debate it. They want to find out things. They want to look into it. But it seems like it's only that way with I don't want to call nobody on my channel or anybody that we come in contact with common folk, but only in our realm of reality. When you get into the scholastic world or the scholarly world, it's shit. It's always up for debate about a religion, whether it's
That's what
Christian.
that.
Right.
But here's
So
the difference. So in church, a lot of emotion is tied to what you're learning, right? Whereas other disciplines don't require any kind of love or anything like that. You see what I mean?
Yeah, but maybe a Muslim will come on the show and disagree and say, no, it is love attached to us. Or Hebrew Israelite.
That's what I'm saying. It's an emotion attached to it.
Yeah.
Right? So if you like learning science, you don't have to love anything to learn it.
See, trauma bond, like you said, hey, master teacher, like brother master teacher, trauma bond. That's why I said emotional trauma. We attach our emotional trauma. I believe that's why we can't have these conversations, because I believe it, because it's ridiculous, and not to say that, okay, well, oh man, I'm right and I'm the end all be all when I say, well, it's a fairy tale and it doesn't exist, and can you show me? Yeah, anybody can come up. Listen, I don't give a hell what profession you in. Anybody can come up with a question that could go against what you got going on, and it's your job to come back with the the proper research or the proper paperwork to show, no, you're wrong and this is why, and we can show an experiment and prove and show. But with religion, you really can't prove and show. It is a feeling. It is emotional. It is, because like they say, it's a blind faith, but
here's the thing. Like, as many people that's been helped by religion have also been hurt by it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And we start from the dark ages.
Right. See, so like if I was to say this, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Like if I was to say this, Jesus got nailed to the cross. You know how many people would be upset and in an uproar? It's the truth though. I mean,
by
but
the Catholics that so-called worship him. How?
That's why I was just piggybacking off of what you just said about religion. It hurt you as much as it helped you.
But see, here's the thing. What I was talking about is more so nowadays. Like, you got these Catholic priests that are doing wild stuff to little kids and whatnot. Yeah, and they end up coming out adults. You know what I'm saying? Messed up. That's just what it is, bro. They use that religion as sword and shield. You know what I'm saying? You do this in the name of the Lord, but at the same time, I'm protected because of my status within the church. So yeah, it hurts and helps.
Hurts and helps all at the same time, huh? Master teacher, how you doing tonight, brother?
What's happening, brother?
What's going on, brothers?
We doing good, brother. So, question, brother. So, same for you, brother. What we're gonna stick with the religion part first. Why do you think it's such a touchy or emotional subject that when people, because like I say, people always say that's an emotional or touchy subject, you shouldn't talk about it. Just like you mentioned it once before, like within inside a certain confines, we not supposed to discuss religion and politics when religion and politics drives damn near everything that we do.
That's a trapdoor question, though. You know that. I mean,
I know, but that's why I wanted to turn it around and have a different type of discussion tonight. But give me your opinion on the religious side of it. Why do you think?
You know mine. I mean, being an organization we in, we run that fine thread of religion and I want to say spirituality, right?
Mhm.
So it's kind of tricky because you look, if you go to these churches, because you might have a brother or a sister that invites you out, and you can almost understand, if you know that person, what they've been through, and you see that this is the one thing that keeps them from doing the things they used to do that were very harmful to their nature. They could be an ex-gangbanger, it could be an ex-offender, ex whatever, and that religion, to some degree, holds them to a certain standard or a certain level of morale where they don't want to go back. So I can't say it's not necessary, the whole idea and concept of religion, because like I know you good, and even I won't call him El Bug, but I won't call his real name, but Professor Remo, there we go. Basically, you've been in circles where people cling to this because they don't want to go back to the old ways. So it's like it has a place, and you got to be careful when you call it fairy tale, whether it's Muslim, Christian, whatever the case may be, because that's from the trauma bond. They went through some things, and this is the one thing that keeps them from doing those things they used to do. So to some degree, they claim that this is my change. This is my olive branch to life, or my leaf that I'm turning over. But the hard part is you can see the hypocrisy in it, and it's like what the heck? So I kind of see what Remo was saying, but you can't do away with it, because then we have anarchy, in my opinion. And my sincerest belief is, without belief is kind of like without morale. And the only morale most people know, if they wasn't taught it, and they didn't have a nuclear family, whatever the case may be, the proper footing is religion. Now, you couch that whatever you want, but it has its place, but it does also have a negative contour.
Yep,
That's true,
brother. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, because it don't matter what you. That's right. You're right, because no matter where you at in the world, you got some type of form, some type of religious something that people, tend to attach themselves to it. But I'm wondering if it's just here in the States that it's the touchy subject.
No, I don't think so.
Not at all.
You think it might be touchy everywhere?
Well, I mean, based upon, go ahead, Remo.
I think it's everywhere, because multiple continents have multiple religions. You know what I mean? So not everybody can be right, and everybody gonna have their own perspective on it, and everybody wants to be heard. So that's it. That's all to it. Everybody's gonna argue over who the messenger was, but nobody ever argues the message.
Yeah.
To a greater point, what he's saying, if you think about it, think about what we're talking about nowadays. We're talking about sports, gladiators. And you will see, I've seen it with other brothers, nobles, just brothers I know, they're not an organization. They're arguing over these preferences, if you will, for lack of a better explanation. They're arguing over, I hate to say it, which sports player would do this, and I bet this, and I bet that. And you can see heated arguments, just like a card table game or a dominoes game. It's heated, and it's usually over philosophy systems, which are man-made. So it's kind of tricky, because if you take that away, then we have endless, even more wars. You got to think about the religions of past. Like I always say, because I heard y'all earlier talking about the Catholic. We had a conversation in the garage with the nobles. He was like, Mike, you went to that archdiocese school. You was worried about those priests. I said, no, I was at the liquor store at the time that it happened. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. And I got that joke from another Leo, man, because that's the joke we throw at them, like, especially top of the school people. I'm like, they're like, oh, you got fondled, you got touched. No, I was at the liquor store at that time, brother. I don't know.
Hey, look, they had to get the wine from somewhere.
Yeah, but everything has its place. It's just detrimental, and you gotta weigh it.
Yeah. That's crazy. He said at the liquor store when it happened. Or in back of the school getting high, either one. You know what I'm saying?
One or two. I wasn't there though. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Now, Paul, he said he was at, man. He wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You know
right.
Yeah. Now, what about politics? Why do you guys think politics is something that we should? Well, I'm not gonna say shouldn't be discussed. Or why do you think people say politics is another touchy subject that shouldn't be discussed or openly discussed?
That's teaching. You got that one first.
I hate that shit. But like it don't matter who go first. But let me just, because I hate that shit. Like, if I ask you who you vote for, who the fuck are you voting for? It's not a secret. Like, why is it a secret? Like, what the fuck? Well, what is that about?
Okay. Well,
what the decorum of political decorum? What? Because guess what? Because even if once we get together and we have certain conversations or certain things come out or certain things happen, we gonna figure it out anyway. When we talking, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. What is it? It's just rude to just ask you who you voting for. Like, come on, man. We see it done every day.
That's social or societal norms. I want to say social politics, but I want to be clear. It's societal norms or social norms. And usually when you don't follow them, Remo knows this. He went to Shot State like me, and we took some philosophy classes. You don't follow that social norm. You call it a social deviant. So most people are scared of that. Think about this. I think overseas in China or Japan, I can't remember. I think it's China. There's something called social currency. And then there's something called UBI, as in universal basic income. It's not relying on currency or something paper or metal. It's relying on how the people perceive you. So that's tricky in itself, because now you have this. There's a couple movies that show you. You ever saw a movie where you saw, maybe Remo can help me out, you saw how many years you had left or how much time, and people were fighting
out of time.
Okay. Okay, I'm glad y'all follow me. But imagine that your social currency was displayed just like that. Now, the U.S., the Western side, we don't care about that. It's merit, paperwork, nepotism, whatever you call it. That's how you get ahead, right? Who you know and your social currency. But in places like Japan and I want to say China, they're starting to use this system where, say you like most Americans, you throw some trash on the ground and a camera spots that, your social currency goes down. So now your ability to go and like get a loan or get a bank account open is down because somebody saw you do something. And I think that's where we're at, because a lot of people are worried about speaking out against things because they're worried about being canceled nowadays. And you know what I mean by that? Like, dang, well, if I do this, kind of like a chess game, will they do that? And I think everybody's thinking that way. And we got like 1 trillion people on this earth. So it's kind of tricky. And that's why politics looms, because everybody wants to know who's the best side to sit on, possibly not knowing there is no such thing as a side. It's a human construct. But I want to see what Remo thinks.
Well, what I think is the reason why it's so taboo is because the state of the world we're in, with the political violence and all that kind of stuff, people don't want to deal with that. Especially like from what we hearing from Trump and whatnot. Like there was just a rally with him saying you don't want to say you're a Kamala Harris supporter because you might get beat up. That's kind of like a bit of an incentive to keep your mouth shut about that.
Was I wrong for laughing at that?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean,
I was wrong, but at the same time, that's what's happening right now. And people want to avoid that because they don't want to have to go to no damn hospital and pay no doctor bills. You know what I mean? Just because you voiced your opinion on something.
But Remo, worse than that, like you just walk outside and you get clothesline, like style, because you said something the other day. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, the words have consequences, but like Master Teacher was saying, the whole social currency thing, see, it's different here. See, we have these things called contracts, right? That's what boosts your social standing, right? Right? You only as good as the adherence to the terms of a contract.
Well, your last
right. Yeah. And everybody got data on you because they can check the records and see if you got any judgments against you or what have you. And the more you talk about stuff that other people don't like, the more they're going to look into you. You know what I mean? That's just how that go.
That's why people are worried. But we see that same thing in our organization, don't we, Be Good?
Yeah, most definitely all the time, all the politics. Well, and that's
never talk about politics and religion, but guess what pops up?
This is why it's baffling, and this is why I'm asking this question, because even when I had it with the lady, it started off as a lighthearted conversation, but then when she made that statement, everything after that statement, when she made that statement, even though we wasn't talking about politics or religion, was a was aggressive and strong and loud, just a little bit more louder. And I accepted it, and and I big ups to hold on, let me give myself a round of applause. No,
You deal with a passive aggressive person or gaslighting.
Because I was something, because I'm like, man, I could chew into, you know what I'm saying? I could just woo, woo, bam, bam, boom, bop. You know what I'm saying?
Grind your teeth, I bet.
Yeah, rope a dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Then Mike Tyson are real quick, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that, and not in a bad way to say that I would have crushed her, but just in response, because like I was saying about when she started speaking about the technology and the AI. That's why I was saying what I was saying earlier. Well, maybe that's why we need to, focus our energy towards getting our youth into that, so we can have these companies, like I stated, and we can own those machines that's inside of McDonald's that you tapping on instead of speaking to a person that you might think having a bad day. But I chose, like I said, but long story short, I just chose to humble myself. But again, like you said, Master Teacher, in these places that we involved in, they saying we can't discuss these things, but we can do these things, or these things are heavy prevalent and based on, these very things. These are the basis and the foundation of what we're doing, but we can't discuss it. What? That shit don't make sense. That's why it's baffling and mind-blowing to me when people say that those two things are touchy subjects when they shouldn't be. Because you should want to share, even if you don't believe the same thing I believe. If it's helping me and making me feel beautiful, or whatever you're doing is helping you, making you feel beautiful, why can't we share each other experiences and come together and be like, well, look, man, Allah did this for me, well, Jesus did this for me, or God did this for me, or Buddha did this for me, Sambo did this for me, Krishna did this. It don't work like that. It's like, no, you wrong. Get the hell away from me. Y'all done persecuted us. Y'all Christians ain't real Christians. Y'all stole this and got this from this, that. Listen, all this shit has been re-rocked and stolen and borrowed, and ain't nobody got the story. That's why I feel none of these subjects should be as sensitive. Not saying that I'm right for saying it, because again, I agree with both of you guys. Man, listen, I've been believing this and been taught this. This is my faith, and it's been helping me. And like you said, Master Teacher, look, shit, I used to be like this, and then once I found this, and man, I ain't been doing that no more. But man, y'all, we gotta talk about it, because that's part of the destruction, like Brother Remo said. Listen, you know how many more people this shit didn't hurt and it didn't help? You tell me what other thing in this world has killed more people than religion?
I just see it like this. It's all the same dope, just in a different bag.
Right. And secondly, what has killed more people than damn politics?
Yep.
Politics, and I'm saying it like this because politics control environments. Politics control propaganda. Politics has y'all get where I'm going. It molds and shape what go on around, and not saying that I'm using that as an excuse or a crush to say that's why most of the things that are perpetuated and put on the news and displayed about a certain group of people that I shall not name. You see more and you hear more, and you be like, whoa, shit, it's some fucked up people. Let me stay away from them. And now you got a thought about these people all over the world, when guess what? It's not even like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like I say, man, it's mind blowing, man. I think these things should be talked about more. Politics and religion, I think they should be openly talked about, no matter what religion or what political party that you stand for. Because hell, hey, also, man, us Paps, hashtag us Paps, shout out us Paps, United States Pan Africa Melanated Political Party, man. That's something I'm trying to get going and going. And when I start getting into these offices, that's the party that I want to try to envelop and run under. I don't want to run under. And matter of fact, and I'm gonna be the first. Matter of fact, that's what because I'm trying not to curse too much. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not an independent. I'm not the Green Party. I'm the United States Pan African Melanated Political Party. That's my party. That's what I'm running under. My tenets are the support, motivation, inspiration, respect, love, and cultivation of my people. You know what I'm saying? With the aspects and inspiration of engaging into other endeavors with other people to help us grow and keep our foundation and infrastructure strong. With
I can
rules,
dig that.
with rules of engagement. Very motherfucking. I'm sorry, because you gotta because listen, man. I know I be trying, but sometimes because you gotta let them know, man. That's why a lot of shit, like man, we hear about all these black towns that we get, and they get blown up, and
Mm-hmm.
people say, man, we ain't finna do it again, and we can't build it again, and we don't want to do this again. We better figure some shit out, man, because it's a time. We need to get something together now, man. Hey, man, I was talking with L Boogie, not to get off the politics of religion, because all it's just still is what it is, and it's still a factor on why we not producing more. And ain't nobody ever really took the time out to think about that. The things that we can't discuss, or that's what's the word? That's
Taboo.
taboo to discuss. That's
Or
the shit.
stigma.
And stigma. Those are the things that's holding us back. That's the reason why we can't push forward. It ain't because you got shiftless, lazy individuals. No, because we got too many indoctrinated, shiftless, lazy individuals. That
But be good.
indoctrination.
You got 3 of the 4 horsemen on the line, so you should be able to start something off. You just
Yeah,
missing the book. You got 3 of the 4 horsemen.
yeah.
That's right.
So I was talking to L Boogie, and he was talking about the grocery store. He's like, man, especially with, because you know I'm gonna try to do this. I ain't gonna say try. I'm gonna do this alderman thing. Of course, I'm not, and you know, and not trying to belittle, because I probably could. You know, I can win, but I'm not expecting to win without any type of notoriety. But with this push, you know what I'm saying. So the next go around, I'm expecting two. You know what I'm saying? Maybe shake a little, you know what I'm saying, and make a little noise. But what I'm saying, but until then, though, man, the things that I'm doing now, trying to get started, like he wanted to do a grocery store. He was like, man, we got buildings and property over there that's abandoned. Man, we need to figure out a way to get these buildings, man, invest in the grocery store. Like he was saying when we had excuse me, Miss Starworth on last week. You know how she do the produce. She can be a vendor for us, especially because she's, you know, to supply the produce, and we talked about, man, he came onto the job, man. We talked about trying to find a meat supplier or getting a farm or linking up with some black farmers, you know what I'm saying, and getting fresh meat delivered. Man, he was talking, you know, but and I believe we can do these things, you know. So it's running for alderman. These are some of the things that I want to bring over here. Grocery store, so we ain't got to be a desert. You know, Save a Lot been closed down, so we ain't got to be waiting outside in a line to go to the Dollar General or the Family Dollar store, because you know we got motherfuckers in there that's finna steal and take. So now they only letting 10 people in. Ain't nobody got
And
time for
that's
that
not
shit.
even quality food.
You know what I'm saying? Right? It's not. You know, we don't have that over here, man. I want to try to, you know, get a better health option, or provide a different means of, you know what I'm saying, a healthy way to, you know, sustain ourselves in this area. You know, even without being a fucking alderman. This is something that we should be doing, that we can do as a people. And guess what? And when that grocery store get here, bro, it's employment. You know, your money, you spending your money and you getting your money right back, because we employing y'all. We only not only, but vast majority, if we can and if we control it, as long as it's economically feasible and economically what's the profitable, you know, because we might be able to go outside the lines, you know what I'm saying. You know, we still in it for a little profit.
Yeah,
But
but you gotta walk that fine line between being affordable and price gouging.
oh yeah. No, I'm not never trying to price gouge, but you know, I'm just saying, because you know, you still got to try, because we still got families and shit to feed. Well, because people know that, but people don't know that. But because you know, when you fundraising and doing things, you know, we as a people have a tendency to take that money and do other shit. Like I was just
Mhm.
watching something. I just watched an interview with Umar Johnson, and he was like, "Man, brother, you didn't have this money. Who didn't donate it to you? How much was the most you didn't get in? Well, where's the school at?" So right now he's saying he waiting on a residency to occupy the building. So he got a building. I think in South Carolina. It wasn't what he wanted, but you know, he got something. So you know, he's trying to do that. And then he say he also bought a high school. So big ups to him for that, if that's really what he's doing. But you know, things like that, man. You know, when we get off into these things, man, you know, we don't do the right thing. But I just want the people to know, man, I'm trying to do the right thing, because I'm tired of this shit, man. You know, that's why I asked that question about what we can talk about, what we can't talk about. Why is it taboo? It shouldn't even be taboo because these are the things that run our life. These are the things that the politics are. That's why we ain't got no grocery store over here. I know of a petition that was sent to the alderman of this ward, which is a melanated brother. If it ain't lying in his pockets,
he don't want to hear it.
Nope. You know. And again, you know, thoughts, views, and opinions of bearded conversation. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to Greg Mitchell of the 7th Ward. Oh shit, boy, but it was gonna monetize me. They just see it. But nah,
see, here's the thing, bro. Like, okay, so say you are doing this thing, right? A lot of people want to know where you come from with it, right? That part has to be known. That part has to be put out there. I understand that's what this platform is for, but it needs to be out on a bigger scale.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm gonna be on the news in a minute. You gonna see me?
All right,
and I ain't gonna be there.
Don't be on the news the wrong way. That's all.
Don't be slapping nobody at a stop sign, bro.
This identified big black man just
because you know, once I get this building, I want to do a news conference and especially when we get the building for HBY. You know, I want to do like a news press release, you know what I'm saying, to show the building and come through with a walkthrough and announce, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, because it's real easy to get their ass to come out, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, on bigger platforms, man, hey, I might pay for a commercial around this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Put your boy out there.
It's called ads. It might be a good idea.
That's how you get monetized, brother.
Figure out your pitch.
Yeah, man. What they say? This has been sponsored by Bearded Conversation.
No, they say that the people for whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, man. But religion and politics, bro, like I say, that shit for me is mind blowing, bro, because something that controls our daily actions on a day-to-day basis. Like these are the things that you can't go nowhere without seeing politics and religion. But it's supposed to be done in the dark. It's supposed to be done in a secret. You're not supposed to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be kept quiet.
You're supposed to talk about it, be good, but it's like I get the eerie feeling, and you know this too, and so does Remo, that you're supposed to talk about it offline, not in public. Like you're supposed to be hee ha ha, and then as soon as somebody bring that conversation up, you know, you change
hello,
the
it's nice to
subject.
see you again, mate. How's it going?
What's
going on, man? How you feel? You remember from Thursday's show, man? The young brother that came on when we got bombed
down here.
Take the
I was on last show.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Denominator. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, what's happening, brother?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, how's it going, man?
And what's going on tonight, man?
I just got back from the store. I just picked myself up some chicken noodles, sausages, and chicken.
Well, let me ask you a question, brother. You said you was 18, right?
Yeah.
Now, you don't have to answer the question if you don't want to answer the question. This is just a question that, you know, we talking about for the night.
Okay.
Why do you think that it's taboo for people to not talk about openly religion or politics? And you can go either religion then politics or politics then religion. If you have no opinion, you don't have to get one. If you choose not to, you don't have to sit, you know. But why do you think that it's taboo for the people not to openly, you know, talk about, you know,
I have
religion?
the answer for politics, because politics creates a lot of enemies. Like people like Republicans and Democrats do not get along with each other very well. There's a lot of arguments. It's not like the 20th century. It's the 21st century. Now the fact that it's the 21st century, that the other people have like split off into like either Democrat or Republican, and they're both going against each other. There's a bit of lack of centrism in politics, so I can explain that for politics. And plus, when somebody has an opinion, somebody is bound to always get mad, like all the time, no matter who it is. Like somebody will always get mad when you get into politics because of they don't agree with that opinion. Like it's very biased. It's very like centered around like what is like say funding the money into the government to support it. But what do you don't like about the government? That just gets very biased. I think it's all just very I think a lot of people don't like the old politics because of how biased it gets and how you get it.
So another question. So when you said you can answer about politics and not religion, why did you say you can answer about politics and not religion? Because is it because religion is a touchy subject for you?
Well, here's another thing. There's like a lot of religions around this world, and I only know a lot about one religion, and that's Christianity. Because I grew up in I've grew up in a Christian household, and in Christianity, you're not supposed to look forward to any other god but one God, and that God in Christianity, and that's the Messiah, the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ. And because of that, people have strong opinions that they're believing in the wrong religion, and so they start to go over those problems with the whole, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. But the truth is, in Christianity, there's a thing that some Christians don't do. We're not supposed to judge not supposed to judge based on religion, even though it's against one of the commandments.
You can judge as a Christian.
You're like,
Yeah, I got you, man.
I mean, you can.
He said,
Well, I gotta.
You can judge, but I mean, you don't have to accept it. I got the words a little mixed up. You can judge. You just don't have to. You just don't have to accept it. Like. I mean,
but when you say denominator, when you say judge, not to cut you off, judgment comes with a certain amount of discernment. So would you say judge without opposing your will on people? Would that be a better way, or just you judge and you leave that other part blank? Which is better?
I think judging to a certain extent, like it's like it should be like the other, like it's not really your responsibility to deal with the other person's religion, since they believe in that, even though it may not be like to your religion the right thing. It's just coming to like it comes to a certain extent, like you can't just like do everything it takes to take them away from this religion. Like you can't force people to believe certain things they believe in. They have the right to believe their own stuff, and you have the right to believe your own stuff. You're allowed to judge, but you're not allowed to force other people into different things. Like you could just share your opinions, like without creating arguments and stuff like that. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
No, I'm with you, man. I like that one.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Well said, well spoken. All right, bro. Hey, I like this brother, man. The young guy came on, man. I thought, hey, man, when he came on Thursday, man, I thought he was gonna do some crazy stuff, but
I'm not like those other people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I told you, man, I appreciate that. But yeah, man, that's well spoken, well said. I'm glad you joined us tonight too, man, and got in this discussion, man. And well spoken, well said, young man. Y'all, he 18, man. So, he came and he wasn't scared of the question. He spoke his piece, and I like that, man. He a young guy, you know what I'm saying? And this is important.
I have so much more to learn in this world around us.
But this is what's important. That you on the channel and you engaging into the conversation, and you got something to say that was well said and well spoken. Not, I'm not over here like, you know, or you know, I'm more. I don't want to say it like this, but it pressed
I
and
feel
shocked.
you. I feel you.
And you know that a person, you know, that's 18, that you know, really cares and really, you know, got an opinion and a viewpoint about, you know, what we talking about. You know, some people say we old, so we just up here talking some old shit, and it is. But guess what? This old shit is repetitive shit, which is what dominates and determines what go on in this world since this world been a world. You know what I'm saying?
It'll
Which is
keep going on
politics,
too.
which is
Like it's
politics. And
pretty much subjects that like you're not in control of, but you still have an opinion. You like to talk about it because it's an interesting subject and it's fulfilling, and you like having discussions with people about it, even though
Yeah,
it
but
creates a lot of arguments.
yeah, well, see, well, with me though, you know, what I tend to see is when people tend to talk about, yeah, I see the aggressiveness, I see the loudness, I see the, you know, the chest, you know, lifting up and the nostrils flaring, but it's only like that. But it's not always like that because, like, even what my master teacher said, he'd see people get into heated arguments over, you know, sports. So why is it taboo? It shouldn't be taboo. Like again, for something that's running and controlling our lives the way it's running and controlling, we should be able to talk about that shit openly. You know, I should be able to go have a conversation with a Muslim, a Hebrew Israelite, a Cometian, anybody, man, and not get spat on or not get, you know, we should still be able to agree to disagree and you
But
do
back
what you
to
do.
Yeah, you're right.
We should be able to, but here's the deal, bro. A lot of the times people use their religion to shape what you believe.
Exactly. That's
And a lot of people don't want to have that conversation just to not go into that. You know what I mean? Because sometimes avoidance is the best practice when it comes to that, especially if you know who you're talking to,
yeah.
right? So if you got like an old Christian lady or something like that, and you tell her you don't believe in a certain part, and the first thing she's going to do is trying to convert your mind to believe what she believes. And you just saying that that part is unbelievable to you. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, I'll give you a.
It sounds like you throwing shade at the Jehovah's Witnesses, man.
I'm throwing shade at anybody who would do that.
Hold
To
on,
be
hold on. What?
honest with you,
Like it's not wrong to like talk about these things. It's just a lot of people don't like to discuss them. I think that's what it comes down to.
Cut the lights off there.
Denominator, it's the same as if you let me cut in, it's the same as like if you go to work, you never ask the next person. It's bad business practice, they say. You never ask the person what they make. Why is that though? This is a legal question, but it's like you kind of know it's an unwritten rule. You just don't ask with the next person, and then if you do, you got HR. Like, why did you ask that question? That's rude. It's kind of like that. The same thing. You have politics.
Yeah, I get that.
But again, like I said, though, we eventually wind up talking about this shit anyway, and we still wind up figuring this shit out or wind up telling the other person any fucking way. So what? That's what I'm saying. Are we trying to trick and fool ourselves to think that this is some shit that should be taboo because we don't want to upset what the plan is? Because subconsciously we tuned in to just falling in line. Because that's what the fuck we always been used to doing. And I'm talking about everybody. I ain't talking about no specific color. I'm talking about everybody.
Yeah. That starts from childhood. That starts from childhood, bro. You are taught to fall in line.
Yeah.
In school, first thing you do, line up at lunch, line up to go to the bathroom, line up to go
That's
to
why they say bell to bell schedule.
Yeah. When you go to the penitentiary, line up. You know what I'm saying? You lining up. Hey, shit, even when you trying to get into a venue to the stadium and get into the Bulls game and go to see the Bears, what you got to do? Stand in a long ass line.
Yep.
When you got to
go to the store, line up.
Got to stand in a long, and it's controlled. And what's crazy is, check this out, y'all. You can stand in that motherfucking line for hours.
Military say hurry up and wait though, so that's funny.
Yep.
You can do that shit for hours and have the discipline to do that for hours. But if somebody step on your damn shoe, you go off. You can't take a excuse me, my bag on my phone. Like this shit. You're like, well, it's the way we've been controlled, y'all. It's the way and I don't want to, I'm sorry for those out there. in the world. I don't want to use the word control.
Not
but it's
control,
just
condition, like Pavlov's dog.
yeah. It's just the way things has been worked out. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
so wait, you're talking about like stepping on somebody's shoes when they're in like such a long line to like where?
Yeah. Also,
35% of our lives are spent in line.
yeah, most definitely. I believe so. I believe so.
As a
believe
part
so.
of maturity, you gotta like understand like the what's your tolerance? Are you tolerant to like wait in a line for so long and accept the and like hey, somebody stepped on my shoes. How do I respond to this? Or like go out like that's like that kind of goes down to like maturity, you know.
No, denominator, I agree with you. It is maturity, but most of us don't take the lessons we gain. Like me and Be Good, we've been along, and even I'm sorry, Remo, he's been on the path of enlightenment with certain things and organizations. And you got to think about it. Like there's a reason when you ask about tolerance, why those discussions come up, and Be Good and the rest of them know. I'll laugh it off. I'll walk away. But it's just like somebody stepping on your shoes. Why are you getting mad? How you know if it was an accident? Why are you so quick to anger? A lot of things like that is just you kind of with levels of understanding, whether it's Freemasonry or whatever, right? You kind of adapt. And if you don't adapt, then you die. It's kind of like a heartbeat, goes flatline.
And okay, and let me ask you as a Freemason.
Yes. It also comes down to security. That's another thing that's a factor.
Well, security in what way?
Security isn't like are you secure? Like checking yourself, like checking like if which is which, or like just straight away assuming, like just like assuming that that's the reality, or like trying to check like, hey, why did you do this? That's what I mean.
I got you. It's like an existential thing. Yeah. Are you present at the moment, making sure you're not tweaking? I think that's what he's saying. Versus, what my students say, you overreach and you overdoing your part.
Overreacting,
doing too much.
Yeah,
right, Remo, you're doing too much, right? So just making sure yourself.
And now, man, for the second part of my topic, man. I wanted to ask the viewing audience and you guys that's on the panel, if saying you guys have something to say about it. Why? Okay, so do you think we are here for a divinely purpose, well, not necessarily a divinely purpose or a scientific purpose, or do you think we just spawned out of nowhere and develop an instinct to figure out, or we develop an instinct to make a plan to make it seem like we trying to figure out why we here? Or do you think it was by divine intervention that we're here and we here for a certain purpose and we serving a purpose and we here to do a specific thing? Or do you think it's just by happenstance that we just own this?
That's an interesting question because I got a couple of things to say about it. Well, first of all, you know how we were just talking about religion?
Yeah.
Well, my belief is that God is the energy of change, right? From seed to tree, you know what I'm saying? From embryo to adult. God is what helps us change, period. Just that energy.
Christianity believes God always was and God always is.
And that energy will always be.
Yeah.
So it's not saying that I believe that it's a being in the sky or what have you. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm going with. But what I'm saying is like, okay, how do these things happen? How do things change? How does a seed turn into a potato? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Through that change, bro. And that's God. Because guess what? That's the one thing that humans can't reproduce.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, as a byproduct of that change or that energy of change. We're here because of that, and we're here as a testament to that. That's what we're here for. We just make the most out of it what we can. You know what I mean? We here by happenstance, but we also here as a message to other planets or other beings or whatever, that anything is possible.
Interesting taking perspective on that, my brother. Next, denominator, what you think? You think we here by happenstance, or do you think it's some divinely or scientific premise of why we here? And if so,
Wait, say that again.
So do you think we just popped up on in the world by happenstance, or did we just here? We just evolved. We just particles of space dust that then fell on a microbe or bacteria or one cell organism and evolved and developed into humans, and we made up and devised a way for us to try to figure out where we come from? Or do you believe that it really is either a divinely aspect to creation or a scientific aspect of creation? And if so, if you believe in one of those things or both, what is the purpose and the mission of the plan of those things for us to exist here right now in this form? Whether we're on this podcast or not, when you get up off of here and you doing whatever the hell you're doing, so you saying you're a Christian, so you might go that route. I'm not saying that you will, but I'm assuming. But you might go the science route. But which one do you believe that how we got here? A happenstance, or just like it's some godly way or some scientific way? And if so,
let me put my stance on this. What is more possible, that we just randomly developed from all because of the Big Bang and evolution, and all of us just randomly appeared? Or was it something created? If you want my personal opinion, I think it was something created the world, because what happened before the Big Bang? How is a Big Bang even possible to even like exist when it's just like something can't just randomly come out and it doesn't evolve on itself. Like, it just seems incredibly, just absolutely impossible to just evolve like all by itself. Like there has to be like if there was an explanation to something to be like created by a higher being or a higher somebody, I think that would, under my opinion, I think that would be more possible than habitation, and we just randomly developed because there was nothing to create it. Just randomly came.
So do you believe in evolution then? Do you believe in evolution?
I don't believe in evolution. It just doesn't really connect to the dots. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense, especially Pangea. Like even Darwin's theory, on his deathbed, he actually came to the conclusion that he actually rejected the whole theory of Pangea, and ever since then, like the whole, like it kind of, like Darwin was the person who created like the Pangea theory, and it's like, did it like who did it just like people haven't really been successful at proving. We just habilitated we just habilitated from evolution because of this reason. I think it's I think it was created by God.
Okay. Well, for not to take anything away from Charles Darwin or discredit that brother for any of the work that he may have did that may have come to be known now as maybe incorrect or false or not true or whatever, do time and more effortless research to find out how we got here. Most of his work was a regurgitation, so he wasn't actually the founder. He had a cousin that was actually doing this before him, and a lot of his works was he stole a lot of his work and regurgitated, but he did do a little bit of his own.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea.
Yeah, research. Yeah. So with that, I mean, but again, but see now, not because now I ain't want to get thrown off. So when you said that nothing can just happen and just do that, so why do we believe in God then? Why do we believe in putting a name on an energy? Like, why do we have to call it God? Because if that's the case, then how the hell do he just exist? That existed if something had to create him.
Because he always existed.
Yeah,
He
but
always has existed.
yeah. See, but why? But if that's the case, then I mean, we always have existed. We've been here too, then. Because if you believe in that story of him always existing and he always creating, that means since the inception of this energy that we call God, we've been here with him the whole time.
Well,
I mean, that's just a way of looking at it. I ain't trying to sway or change nobody's mind. I'm just throwing up, subjective ideas, that we can think about and ponder about and maybe take, somewhere else and have a discussion about it. And maybe
see
hopefully
what you're saying. What you're saying is that, like, yeah, the Big Bang can't randomly happen. Well, how did God happen? God always was and God always is. He never did happen. He was always there. That's my opinion. If you wanted an answer to that question, it's just,
well, if you go deep into the science of and spirituality of religion, we got stories going way back, fucking
eons.
Yeah, that God actually had a mother, but I'm not gonna get into that. Moving right along, Mr. Master Teacher, not time for you, brother. What do you think?
God had a mother? That sounds like something the Mormons would say.
See, now this didn't come from no Mormons, brother. This comes from the same Sanskrit, cuneiform,
The Dead Sea Scrolls.
these Dead Sea Scrolls, brother. This is information you can look up, and it's a lot of Bert Ehrman. It's a lot of PhD scholars, Jabario Saze, the Bert Ehrmans. It's a few other brothers that I could tell you about, not off top hand, because I didn't think I was gonna get into this. That they didn't have discussions and conversed about God having a mother and altars being built in the time of Moses to God the mother, what I'm saying, and the son, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that we just gotta, if we dive deep into it, man. Look, man, I remember because I was speaking about the Vikings and the paganism, but it's all paganism. But anyway, I don't want to upset nobody. But back to Master Teacher, what do you think, brother? You think it's all happenstance, or do you think it's some type of divinical or scientific, or maybe both? Maybe it was a mixture of both. How we got here, and if so, what's the purpose? Why did it create us to make why, or what do you think about that?
Well, as I stated earlier,
the original purpose was to was to make everything.
Hold on, hold your thought. I want you to write that down or try to remember that. But let this brother get his turn. He ain't spoke yet, so once he get through, we can go right back.
What do you want to say?
Go ahead, Master Teacher.
No, I was going to say, in the words of the same physicist I mentioned earlier, God does not play dice. But his one of his competitors was Neil, I think Bohr, and Bohr, he said God does indeed play dice. So they had that argument in Switzerland, and when they were studying nuclear reactors, and that's why it was interesting to me, because as a scientist, most people think that scientists are like almost atheists, and they're not. It's just they have to set aside values that may be in religion and only study the sciences. So you know that about me, Be Good. That I can quite quickly detach from that reality, because that's a bad discussion for scientists. Like you're sitting here trying to do a biology class and you're an undergrad like I was, and you don't like Darwin, there's a high percentage chance you'll get a D, right? Because you don't like none of that information. It's cool. but you're not going to graduate from an engineering school because you still need to know that with proficiency. And there are scientists that are like highly proficient, but they're very Christian, but they know when to code switch that stuff in. Like they won't talk to other science communities, and they're scientists, full blown, well distinguished, and they won't do it. So getting back to the discussion you talked about, like I think we're living in a world where it's back to that pale blue dot, as I've always harped on from Carl Sagan. There's a trillion, or I don't know how many human beings on this earth. And Carl Sagan, I put the video in the chat again. He's a scientist too. He's a physicist. He was like, look at all of them suffering, fighting each other over wars, religion, politics, blah, blah, blah. And you got to think about it from that angle, because it's like that's how mathematicians and scientists think. They have to detach from societal norms. And I'm linchpinning back to something you talked about earlier in the podcast. We don't know how to do that as most human beings. When it comes to existentialism, that is up to you. When it comes to religion, it's based on geography. If you're in the West, 90% of the time you're going to be Christian, or if you're European, you're going to be Christian. But if you're like Indonesian or something or whatever, you're going to be some other denomination probably. And to fight it out, it's kind of going to what Einstein said, because that's the physicist I'm talking about. He said it to his competitor. The competitor said, who's also a physicist, I think God plays. Einstein went back. God does not play dice with the universe. I'm gonna leave it there and let you think about it, but I just think we have to be able to work from the church and state aspect, bro, if you know what I mean, and not the separation of church and state. And that's where we're at now, and we've been that way for a while. So now we're at a point where the mysticism of religion is only true through science, but a lot of us, we pick and choose what we like about religion, and that's why we can't get back to the science. I'll leave it there.
Now go ahead, Denominator. What were you gonna say? I hope you remembered your thought, brother. I just didn't want that brother to lose his train of thought, because you know what I'm saying, it was his go. So what were you gonna say before we say? But yeah, man. Hey man, I think this is a real powerful discussion, man. I like this topic of discussion, man. Brothers' different opinions and thoughts and ideologies about what's going on and how we got here. Now, me, I'm gonna say I believe it's a little bit of science, and it might be a little bit of you know what I'm saying, some spookism. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't believe in the spookism, but it's some shit out here, y'all, that we just can't explain. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of shit that just can't be explained through no experiment. I mean, we can theorize about it and maybe, probably try to come up with some type of way to, make it possible, run it through a computer program. But in essence, like in reality and the illusion that you create, that optical illusion that you create when you see shit, when you looking at things that you think is solid and that you touch it and you think it's hard, you know what I'm saying? Pause on that. But we talking about physics, because everything is a vibration, because a lot of things ain't solid. Things are not solid like we think they are, when you get down into the science of it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I believe it's a little spookism, and it's probably a little science, and it's got to be a little science behind it. And like Master Teacher said, we need to get more back into the discovery of church and state together versus being separate. Because at one time, science and religion was one. One was deemed to be the offshoot or the backbone of the other. Whichever one was perpetuated or pushed to the front, the other one had his back, and vice versa. But then it became a time where, when man got involved, and that's why I asked the question about, what was his purpose, and what were we, or if we would just put here, what was our plan, and did we just devise a plan to try to come up with why we were here? Because again, with the religion aspect of it, because now me saying that I don't believe in the spookism, but I believe in the spookism to go along with the science, because now it's like, well, damn, because I don't want to seem crazy, because I don't believe in the spookism, But again, it's some shit out here that, like, the sun is in the sky just sitting there. The moon, the
Hey, it's
planet.
been awesome talking to you, mate. It's getting close to my bedtime,
Hey
so I
man,
gotta
man.
Great
so I gotta
discussion, man.
Yep.
Yeah, good
Hey,
job, man.
I've been talking, dude.
Hey man, I appreciate you for joining in, man, tonight, man. Hey man, hey, don't forget to like the video, man, share the content, man, and you're welcome to come on anytime, man. I appreciate you, man.
Oh, thanks. No problem. I also liked the video.
All
See
right,
you
brother.
later.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
But but like I say, man, not because, and I don't want to call it spookism because again, I don't want to upset nobody, but that's just my description of it. Like I say, bro, it's gotta be, I think it's a little bit of both. Because like I said, at one point in time, we was together, but then when man got involved, when we started thinking and conjuring and profiting, and you know what I'm saying? Like when they was making them sacrifices to the God, man, it was a whole motherfucker around the corner on that side of the stone with a blowhole that had an opening up in the stone that was making noise, made it an echo and make it seem like it was talk. Come on, man! A lot of this shit was parlor tricks, and we have discovered that as well, that some of these things were parlor tricks. You know what I'm saying?
I got a little bit of a theory too, but like y'all have heard of the Large Hadron Collider, right?
Yeah.
What if we products of a bigger one that happened a longer time ago?
Mm-hmm.
I can halfway believe
that. You know what I'm saying? It's reasonable.
Yeah, it's very feasible.
I studied one in Switzerland, so it's reasonable. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but ain't that what they trying to do? Find that God particle or some shit? Black matter?
Well, in theory, they already found it. That was the Higgs boson. So I came. That's why it was so important to me. I came there after they shut everything down, and I don't know if you understand how the collider works. It's a lot of nuclear energy down there. It's like I want to say 6 or 7 feet down, right? So one of my pictures is like I got a helmet on, but I also had protective gear on before I went down. That was just like the picture before going down. And they opened the big magnets, and they show you the energy levels and the radiation, what you can and can't touch. So, Remo's on point. It could be. They might have something that was built before that to give the theory to build what's at CERN, which is the LHC. Yeah. But the data's there, so maybe with theory.
So if y'all watch Evil, if y'all ever, because it's on Netflix, but Netflix only got 2 seasons. But if you watch Evil, I think it's either the 3rd or the 4th season because it's only 4 seasons. It's an episode on there where they got this type of collider somewhere, and it's way under the ground, and some spooky things was happening and things like that, and they tried to, make it, you know what I'm saying, relate. So that was a good episode. Because speaking of that, like that,
I'll tell you one better, bro. In Illinois, you got Fermi and Argon, right?
No, I didn't know that.
And you got the University of Chicago, and the University of Chicago. That was where they did the Manhattan Project test. I told you I know some things.
Yeah.
So you talking about some stuff on TV? Yeah, right here in Chi-Town was the development of the Manhattan Project in New York, and that was a nice, close to Chernobyl.
Content to it. It's content.
You talking about some other stuff, but right here under your feet, you're probably a mutant, bro. Just being real with you.
Yeah, I could be. Sometimes I think I am a mutant, man. You know what I'm saying?
We all are to some degree.
Yeah, to some degree. I'm just a mutant with no powers, huh?
Yeah, come to think about it,
that was biologically information, guys. Enjoy it.
Biologically speaking, if you went into the Bible and you know what I'm saying, everybody was related, and they start having kids, guess what's gonna happen?
Yeah, it's gonna start mutation. Yeah. So, and and that's why like King Tut, man. That's why he was deformed. A lot of people back then were deformed. That's why it speaks so ill of deformed people in the Bible. Let not he who, what did it say, clubfoot, missing this or missing that, or in the wheelchair. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. But they couldn't come into the tabernacle.
All kind of weird stuff.
Yeah, they couldn't come into the temple and worship. Like, bro, like damn. See, and now mind you, learning these things and reading these things when you coming up into this religion or you being taught this, whatever you, or even I don't give a hell what it is. You know, you don't look at these type of things, and as you learn and as you grow and as you start seeing other things, and it makes you question certain things, or you might just start questioning it on your own. This is why another reason probably why religion ain't talked about like that, because they all read out the same book.
What
So
I just say, same
why
dough, different bag.
why is it such a like?
No, hey Remo, I'm gonna tell you one that kills me at work every day. When the staff member walks in, they be like, "God is good," and they don't get
All the
nothing back.
time.
Right? They don't get that back. They be mad to the mug. I be like,
Oh man,
you okay? You didn't respond. You in my classroom. What do you need? Like,
you're right.
You don't
But-
go find you some business. That's how bad it is. It's called peer pressure in Black people and many other cultures. And that's what I'm talking about. Why we can't talk about these things. It's like unwritten rules. We all know them, but we try and be good. You're trying to fight back, but even you saw it. It's just that simple example. Good morning. Good morning. Miss Tyler, I said good morning. Good morning. He's still walking. I already waved at you. Why are you mad? Like, it's the simplest things in the world as human beings that we make the most drama over. And that's why we can't get to the other discussion you're talking about, sir.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
That insecurity, bro. That's all that is. It's insecurity. Human beings have.
You didn't respond the way I wanted you to respond. So
yep.
What?
And the thing is, I find that that's a markedly female trait. You know what I mean? Hey,
I'm gonna do
it's not that. It's not that, bro. I knew he was going to do that.
The thoughts and views of Professor Remo are the thoughts, views, and opinions of
Hey,
Professor.
put the disclaimer right after.
Yes.
That's funny.
I knew he was going to do that.
Well, we're going to leave that there while he gives his explanation. Go ahead.
Okay, so when you don't fall in line, right, the way other people want you to, first thing they do is they get emotional about it, right? So how is that not a markedly female trait?
But then you can't, because a lot of people don't have emotional intelligence, and we haven't been taught emotional intelligence the right way or the correct or proper. Well, I'm not going to even say the correct or proper way. We haven't been taught it in a way where we learn to code switch and develop a habit where we can adapt it in certain situations. You know,
code switch.
A
Samurai Sunday voice.
But how do you
help me out, Remo, with the beard?
Hey, but the thing is, how do you code switch a disagreement? You can't. If the answer is no, the answer is fucking no. Excuse my French, but.
See, but that's the same topic of like the religion shit. Like I say, it's a fairy tale. Mike telling me I can't say it's a fairy tale. Shit, I'll be down. So I can argue with it. I can argue against a disagreement. You see, but again, it should make no sense. I get what you're saying, but you will find people or persons that can make that happen.
Yeah, you should never have to code switch what you think, what you really think. I mean, just to sugarcoat it for somebody else. If they can't take it, they can't take it.
Well, even like that, like even with the call and response thing, like Master Teacher just said, I didn't want to say it, but it just came out. But then I was
alluding to, sir. Yes.
But then I was gonna say this. Well, is it so bad that to say it back just to appease the motherfucker so he can go about his way? You know what I'm saying?
Is that not a form of bullying? And shouldn't you mind your business? I could ask the same question back at you. Like, how insecure are you? You got how many good mornings? You didn't get one. Oops.
Especially if you ain't had your coffee. You ain't nobody trying to talk.
Thank you. You don't even deserve it yet. Go somewhere. Go lament on your poll.
I ain't even been to Starbucks today, and you talking about good morning.
I ain't get a chance to eat my little croissant stuffer. Like, if you don't sit your butt down somewhere and be happy by yourself.
So, but like you said, master teacher, but that's a societal way. That's the traditional way of society that does things. When someone says good morning, the other person generally or typically says good morning back. Now, mind you, I don't disagree with shit, because if you say good morning to me and if I ain't feeling it and I don't want to say good morning to you, I shouldn't have to say fucking good morning. If I nod, wave, or just even if I look,
I did
say
say I
what's so
waved,
good
though.
about
I
it.
did say I waved. I
yeah, but
waved.
he waved. So if I give you some form of acknowledgement and it's not vocal, you should. Yeah, you shouldn't take that as a form of disrespect or a form of
it does. That's why I use it as an antidote. Yeah.
I agree with that. And it just be those little bitty tidbit things that we take it there. We always take those little bitty tidbit things there, and that's what caused the conflict when that shit shouldn't even matter.
You can't expect an answer all the time. You just can't.
That's why you can't talk about religion or politics. This is the point I'm making expressly. There are certain unwritten rules we all know that, like, I know if I don't even wave, I'm going to be called to the office. What's wrong? Are you okay? I'm fine. Why don't you say good morning? I didn't hear you. I probably did hear you. But I mean, I'm saying
I have my AirPods in.
If you don't leave me alone, I'm thinking you messing with me. Like, why? What is your problem? You didn't get enough love at home? That's my thought. So it's like we gotta be careful because we all live on this earth. And not everybody gonna want to talk to you. Not everybody gotta respect you. Not everybody gotta talk to you. I meant that. Like, stop it. And it's a form of peer pressure. So just like religion, I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. God is good. And I get quiet. The other person waiting. I be looking at them like, okay, so what you want? Well, I'm glad to know you go to church. What do you want? I'm supposed to say God is getting whatever. I mean, I'm supposed to call, and I don't. And I don't feel guilty about that.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, no. What do you want? Because you came in my classroom or you came in my office. You want something. Kind of like somebody say, hey, how you doing? The next part is, can I borrow? No, we're not doing that. Sorry.
And what's crazy, Remo, if like when he say God is good, if you say Allah Akbar, so people will get offended at that.
You got a bomb, and it's great, yeah.
People they get offended about that. You saying God is great, God is good. Like people, like that's all you really saying if you was to say that. Like now, don't get me wrong. If he probably would have said Allah Akbar, the motherfucker probably would have looked at him kind of weird and strange. And I'm telling you, he would have got offended.
Yeah, I know.
That. He probably would have went to somebody and said, I told this brother good morning, and he gonna tell me some Allahu Akbar. I'm telling you.
He's a terrorist. You gotta be careful, right? So
people minds is crazy, y'all.
But I'll give it a minute. I don't care. Look, you say good morning or God is great to me or whatever, and I say Allahu Akbar. I'm not a Muslim, but
yeah,
right, same thing back to you.
Right.
Yeah, right. I'm one of those people. I'm gonna do something to irritate you so you leave me alone. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm good with that too. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's crazy, man. People's is crazy. I don't do that, man. Well, I don't do the call and response shit neither. I probably, head nod or, motherfucking pound or what up, you know what I'm saying? One of them, all that good morning shit. Something, or it depends on how I'm feeling. Motherfuckers be. I typically usually tell a motherfucker grand rising. You feel me? I usually don't. I generally try to stay away from. I got certain words I'm trying to just extinguish from my vocabulary, and good morning is a compound word that I'm. Well, because it's still a word, but that's one of the words that I'm trying to get rid of out of my vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? Good morning.
Well, my reason to be honest with you, because good morning is an icebreaker for most people. I'm being real with you. Like if they say good morning, I cut to the chase. I'd be like, what do you want? I've been told that's rude. No, it's not. And I don't even come with a good morning. I directly ask you, what do you want? Because you appeared in my presence saying good morning. And I had to say good morning to 5 of y'all just so you feel better. And now you're in my presence saying good morning again. And then I got to get to another session, townhouse or whatever, town hall. And y'all going to make us say good morning 6 more times. So no, I'm not, this is like a real issue. I need you to get to your point. Because your icebreaker is your best way of talking to me because you think I'm intimidating because I don't say good morning. I don't get it, but fine. But I'm telling you, it's the social norm. Like Pavlov's dog, or Remo knows what I'm talking about. Classical conditioning. We've been conditioned to do these things, right? It reminds me of one of the good 33rd said. He said when I brought this issue to him, he said, "Ty, You know, why are you mad about this? Don't you he said, tell me this, why do cows move? I was like, you know what? No, because he'd be like, if you don't even understand what the cow's saying and it still moves, why is it moving? I'm like, that's just something they got to do, right? He was like, yeah, I thought she was a good scientist. I'm like, it doesn't make me feel better though. So we gotta live on this earth together somehow, some way. But why do cows move? They have to. They have to talk. That's how they feel you out. Voice is one way. Hearing is another sense, and then tactile. I prefer tactile, seeing what you do and how we cooperate. But the mooing part, I don't get it yet. Go ahead, B. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't get it neither. But it's like the shit, what you mooing for? Well, maybe he not mooing in communication with us, but mooing maybe with another cow. Maybe they know what them sounds and vibrations.
Good morning sounds like moo. I got you, bro.
So for me, but good morning. I don't necessarily say I wouldn't. Well, in certain cases, it could be an icebreaker. But usually, when people say good morning, I don't think it's an icebreaker because after that, you generally don't say shit else to that person that said good morning to you. You know, I mean, unless you're in the same building, because usually like, when I'm walking down the street, people say good morning. Good morning, 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 good morning. You know what I'm saying? And you never see these people. And I never see these people again. See, but now in your case, I can see why you say it's an icebreaker. Well, maybe not if you going from building to building. Like if you seeing different people, and like you say, it's a social norm. Now if you didn't say good morning to me already, you pop back up and you steady saying good morning. Yeah, I'll probably, what you want? You ain't got to say it again.
Right.
Me already what's going on. Get to the point. Tell me what you want so we can figure this shit out so you can go ahead and get on about your business. You feel me?
No, I usually walk in with a name tag. You know how I do. And I sit down.
But we got to be cordial, man. We got to be.
No, I am cordial. There's people that come and talk to me. I'm not worried about that part. It's just, no, I'm not in the mood to waste my energy to talk to 1,000 people. Sit down. I was
saying the same two damn words. I get it. I become repetitive.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Good morning, man. Y'all is crazy. Well,
yeah.
Again, but like I say though, I got my moments where motherfuckers say good morning to me, and I might give them a head nod. I might not necessarily say good morning back. And I have seen people, when you give them a head nod or you do whatever back, and it's not a verbal good morning. I have seen some faces, turn up and heads jump back like, damn, I said good morning. I mean, I don't know what it. I don't know if that form of acknowledgement is maybe it's empowered. Maybe that's a receiving of energy.
Well, I don't ever say good morning back either. It's just more like, what's happening, bro?
Yeah. What's happening?
What's good?
Yeah. What's happening, bro? Yeah.
How you feeling?
I do that too, Remo.
Yeah.
Morning, Tyler.
Reciprocate that good morning. Okay, look, you here. All right. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, good morning seems conditioned.
What's the word?
Yeah. Good morning, and it sounds so fucking sterile. Good morning.
It's forced.
Yeah, versus what's happening, bro? You know what I'm saying? How you feel?
I like it to be organic. You tell me good morning. What's happening?
And and I might say something different than what you want. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm thinking what you want.
Right. It's a way to acknowledge what they said, but still say something.
I do it the same way, Remo. I just don't say nothing. They get the point. I just look at them when they come and walk up on me. Good morning. It's silence. I'd be looking at you like,
Guten Tag.
What you want? I don't even get you what you look. Get to the point, because you're not gonna play with me. I don't know how your weekend went. I don't none of that. What you want? So you heard me on my face. Stop playing with me.
Y'all, it's crazy, man. So, but I get it though. You know what I'm saying? I really do get it, man. Hey, y'all, man. Hey, man, it's Manly Manday. We in the building, man. We got Master Teacher on the panel, man. We got motherfucking Professor Remo on the panel, man. Hey, don't forget to follow your boy on all social media platforms: TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook. When you get here, you know what to do. Also, man, don't forget to check your boy out every Monday through Thursday, 9 to 11, 9 p.m. Central. Bearded Conversation, man. We in the building, man. The Ghost of Judah.
Another shot of that shirt you got on, brother.
Oh, this hoodie?
Yeah.
Bearded come. We glowing, man.
Yeah. It boy be dazzled like a mofo, ain't he?
Pause on the bedazzles, man. Pause on the bedazzles, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't on the jeans and on the pockets, yo. They on the shirt. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
man.
I mean,
All
on
I
the
know
hoodie.
is you looking like a dazzling urbanite right now, brother.
Where the pop? You know what I'm saying? I got the
dazzling urbanite. What?
I got to blend in with the younger folks, man. I got to blend in with the young folks, man. You know, they see all this, so you know I got to blend in with the young folks. Hey, the Ghost of Judah tribe. Big ups to you, brother. Appreciate you for joining the stream. You say put in pageant. What? Oh, you did, yeah. No, brother, no, brother. Why you say that, Ghost? No, brother. We gonna rock with Caleb Williams. Hey, since I got you right here, you say you didn't see the game, Professor Remo? You ain't see the
No,
game?
I did not, sir. I had a serious contract test to do, so I wasn't even watching none of that.
Well, if you go back and watch it, man, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Caleb Williams is the end all be all right now. But again, like I said, I said it was gonna take at least 4 to 5 games for this brother to get into his groove. I'm not gonna include or count this game because this is a game again, like I stated, that they should have won. You know what I'm saying? They should have won. Regardless of whether the Panthers again, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not impressed neither. Ghost of Judah Tribe. He said the Panthers had 21 guys injured. And again, that's why I stated I'm not going to. This is a game that the Bears should have won. They should have went up there. And I stated at the beginning of the publication that they should have put up more numbers than what they put up against this team. You know what I'm saying? Against the Panthers. You know, I stated that. So I'm not impressed neither. He say, did any of you point out your nails? paint your nails. Hey man, no, I don't paint my nails, brother. I'm not into that. But again, painting the brother painting his nails don't have no. Hey man, I told y'all, man, L Boogie, man. Well, L Boogie didn't notice. We was in the store, man, one night, man. In the gas station, man, on 100 and something, 111. He had picked me up from work. Man, the man had green fucking French manicure tips on his toes and on his hands. I'm like, what the fuck? But he didn't seem to give me the sassy vibe though. You feel me? He gave me, watch out this nigga vibe. Excuse my French, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm in English. But he gave me that type of vibe, bro. But he had he had his joints painted, you feel me? But that don't mean the man can't play no football, man, just because he, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Some guys do it because they like girl dads, you know what I mean? And they let their daughters paint their nails, that kind of thing. I can't understand that. Okay, support your daughter. That's fine. But if you're doing it just to do it,
I was about to say that, Remo. Thank you. I've heard it. Now, if you're doing it and you weird, you're a male feminist, that's different. But some guys, yeah.
So I take offense to this comment. I take offense to that comment. I take offense to that comment.
You take offense to that comment.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I don't do that, but I'm sorry about that, brother.
Yeah, duffel bag or nothing.
Hey,
right, thank you. I don't understand the man versus the mercies. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm a Wally guy. I'm just old school.
He said the androgyny is stick with our QB. Hey, speaking of him, why you talking about him, man? He said, wait, did you like his red dress? No, I don't know nothing about no red dress. Don't do me like that. He gonna say, oh man, listen. He say, throw that stuff away. Wait, hold on, y'all. So I lost my wallet and I tend to lose a lot of shit, right? So this is one of the reasons why I got the bag. I had one before I broke the strap, so I bought another one. But now listen, but since I'm not used to carrying the bag, but I ain't driving no more since my truck down. But when I had the bag, since I'm not used to carrying a bag, I would always leave the bag in the damn car with my money, my ID, and anything else that I might need. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's still so subconsciously, since I don't carry a bag, I still really don't carry the bag. You know what I'm saying? So I got it, but boy, that's
hoodie pocket for me. Hoodie pocket or a duffel bag. I'm cool.
He say throw that stuff in the trash. Not a good look, man. I feel you, man. But I ain't throwing that bag. That bag costs a look. No. But speaking of sassy,
I want to tell you something real quick, man. Florida is about to be hit with a Category 5 hurricane.
Yeah, it was up, it was building up in the coast. It was. I
Bruh.
spoke on that earlier too. Yeah, I know, man. That's dangerous, man.
People
Hey,
getting
man.
evacuated out of there right now.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Hey, make them phone calls to your loved ones, man. Hopefully, if y'all got them down there, man. I was speaking about that Hurricane Helene or Helen or whatever it is, man. It's causing damage.
Oh
So,
no,
man,
it's one after that.
It's one after that. It's another one.
It's one on the way now.
Oh, man. Please, man. Hey, man, send y'all thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations to them peoples out there down there on this coast down there on Florida, man. That's crazy. That's wild, man. Please send out y'all thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. If anybody out here on the program that's watching, man, and y'all got family members down there, man, you know what I'm saying? My heart go out to y'all, man. You know, anything we can do to help, you know what I'm saying, and keeping you in our spirits, man, we can do that here on Bearded Conversation. So man, please, you know, protect yourselves, man. Get up out of there if you can. Well, yeah, man, that is wild, man. But before we get up out of here, man, speaking of sassy, man, I've watched Club Shay Shay and the Anthony Townsend interview. Anthony Townsend got a little sass in him, man. He got a whole he can play ball. And what's crazy is the interview was done 3 days before he got traded to the Knicks. Because he got traded to the Knicks. Yeah.
Wait. Hold up. Cat got traded. I didn't know that.
He got traded to the Knicks for a draft pick. What's my man that didn't play last year, the power forward? What's his name? The Knicks power forward. Oh, what's that boy name, man? You know, he was holding them down before Brunson got there.
Wait, the dude who won the slam dunk competition? You talking about him?
No, he ain't win the slam dunk competition. No, that's the little white boy McClurg. He in the D League.
No, I wasn't talking about him. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I can't think of and my phone jacked up. Let me see, man. Let me see. Let me type it in. I'll do it like that. I don't know why I'm sitting here, you know what I'm saying, doing all that extra when I could have just did this in the first place. What's this brother's name?
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle. They got Julius Randle. What's the other boy name with the little funny name, man? Sound like it's an Italian name and a draft pick. He ain't played much. Yeah. But yeah,
I don't know, but playing with Jalen Brunson, he might do something. He might get somewhere in the East.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, man, that's a little sass, man. He a little sass, man. He got a little sass in him. He said,
still ain't gonna be Boston though.
I don't know, man. You know, Boston a different animal, but man, hey, you know, the league's been switched now, man. It didn't switched around. You know, the preseason and kicked off. You know what I'm saying? I seen a little bit of the Golden State.
But they don't have anybody at the 2 and 3. I mean, the Knicks. They got a 1 and a 5, but they don't have a 2 and a 3.
Well, you know, Hart can play the 2 or the 3. Josh Hart can play the 2 or the 3.
Yeah, but they need some. He's not really consistent though. Josh Hart ain't really consistent.
I mean, you know, we move some pieces around, you know, it's all before the trade deadline, and maybe we can get a piece, you know what I'm saying, a complimentary piece over there in New York. Yeah, help them out. Well, I ain't even a New York fan, so I wouldn't give a hell if they got anybody or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But but you know, I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, with some trades, you know, and then they got that first round draft pick too from them. So, you know, they can throw that back in the pot, you know what I'm saying, and maybe grab somebody. And guess what?
Get Zach LaVine over there.
And he want to go to the Lakers, but maybe though, he get him at the 2. You know what I'm saying? That'll be some pressure with him and Brunson and Cat. You know what I'm saying? That might be some pressure. You know, I really don't care for Zach LaVine like that, man. The Bulls is horrible, man. I don't know what the fuck the Bulls is gonna do, bro. I don't even want to watch that. Oh my goodness.
They got to get up from under that bad contract with your boy.
Well, who?
Lonzo Ball.
You talking about? So hopefully he play this season, man. What he been, man? Damn. Man, they need to release his contract, man. That's shit. He pulling a Ben Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he pulling a Ben Simmons.
Well, it's some whack ass shoes he had on. You know what I mean? $500 boo boo shoes, man. Get
Like
out of here.
what Mace call him Balenciaga Ben. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah. Hey man, it's 10:55, man, and we done reached our time for the night, man. It was a good discussion, man. We had a guest come on, man, a young fella come on, man. Hey, I appreciate that brother for coming on. Also, man, I want to give a big ups to my nephew, man, Nahaj, man. You know, he said he got 22 college all offers, and 5 of them was 4-year scholarships ride. So you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Yeah, also he played football at Carver, you know what I'm saying? Got a game at Thursday at 4. I'm gonna go try to check him out at Gailey Stadium, you know what I'm saying, to support him, man. But yeah, man, big ups to all the young folks out there, man, that's doing their thing big out here, man, and doing their thing, man. And also, man, big ups to you, man. Both my moderators, man. Professor Remo, for you for continuing your education at this stage in your life, man. Big ups to you, man. Also, Master Teacher, for being an educator and helping the youth out and building the communities, man, and keeping us strong, man. Big ups to y'all.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Oh man, I appreciate that. The ghost of what? The ghost of Judah tribe. I appreciate that, brother. Oh man, it most definitely
go Bears.
Yeah, most definitely go Bears, man. But yeah, big ups to everybody out there tonight, man. But with that being said, man, I'm gonna let y'all close out. Master Teacher, go ahead and close us out with some words of inspiration, man. You know what I'm saying? There's something you want to tell the people, man.
Keep growing, keep learning. Never judge a person before you know a person. What else? What's Catholic about this? Latin. Facta non verba. These not words. Just tread lightly in life, and try to live amongst one another. Because as I posted earlier in the chat, there's 6 degrees of separation. So let's remember that. Try to grow, love one another. We're here for a good time, not a long time, right? And memento mori. So do what you do, be good, keep spreading the love. The platform is growing and changing, man. That's all I got for you, bro. Take care.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Professor Remo.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Man, you kind of disappointed me tonight, man. We'll tell you why. Well, because you wasn't in your moderator station, and tonight you was in, you know what I'm saying, you was in the L Boogie #1 stage. hey, L Boogie. I'm only calling him L Boogie #1, L Boogie, because he an old man. You know you L Boogie though. You know you L Boogie too though. You know what I'm saying? You L Boogie, man. Hey, also big ups to L Boogie, man. He out of town, work purposes, man. Growing his thing out there in the solar field and the cedar field, man. He out in Champagne right now, man, getting good information, man, to, you know what I'm saying, elevate what he got going on in his life. Big ups to that brother. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, we support everybody here, man. We trying to do good things, as individuals and bring it together here on Bearded Conversation. So yeah, man. Hey man, big ups to the Bears and big ups to anybody, man, that got a favorite team, man. I ain't gonna shit on nobody's team, but it's all Chicago here. But Professor Remo, man, give us some words. Back to why I'm disappointed. Then I'm gonna let you. Words of wisdom by Professor Remo Williams, brought to you by Bearded Conversation. Man, we ain't getting none of that tonight, man.
Oh well, I was about to get that to you, brother.
Okay. Because I said we got L Boogie.
Right, you gotta let me get a chance to get that in.
All right, go ahead. Close us out.
Well, the only thing I really want to say is, you can't get upset with too much, because the only thing that's constant is change, right? So the more things change, the more you get used to it. So all you got to do in life pretty much is accept the lows the same way you do the highs, and that way you'll always be on an even keel. That's all I got to say, brother.
Accept the lows the same way you do the highs, and you will always be on an even keel. Words of wisdom by Professor Remo Williams, brought to you by Bearded Conversation. Hey, that's kind of dope, because that's kind of like what the other L Boogie say, man. The co-host, he be like, man, if he what he say? He say, if you you ain't, if you already high, you ain't got to get, no, if you stay high, you ain't got to get high because you already high. Because when you low, but when you high, the sky's the limit, baby. Or something like, I'm crazy, but that was, hey, big ups to both. Hey, I gotta get him a button too, man. And I'm gonna get a code switch button, man. Y'all gonna have that by next week. But man, with that being said, man, I appreciate you brothers for joining the panel tonight, man. Good discussion, man. Love
Appreciate
you, brothers.
fam.
You know what I'm saying? Love you, brothers, for the support. With that being said, man, as my peoples would say, man, all superheroes don't need capes, and they all need their theme music. So with that being said, man, it's time for my superheroes, my Beardonians, and my beautiful people to get that superhero theme music. And we out.
Yeah, we coming off the block with this one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What up, Lan?
Yeah. What we doing? Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hate? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it. But
big ups to everybody tonight for joining in, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video, man. Big ups to all the moderators. Big ups to everybody in the building. Hey, man. Hey, we love y'all, man. Without y'all, man, wouldn't be no bearded conversation. We love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all.
Got it off the block, forming a dynasty from a rock. Laid back in the cut, press play, can't get enough. Yo, let's chop it up in every location. A bearded conversation, opportunity keep knocking like child support payments. Started from the bottom like basements, now we famous. Podcast official, the topic will probably hit you from a distance like a pistol. Subscribe so you can listen to survival of the fittest. We talking it how we living it. Rolling like a dealership, managing several businesses. T-shirts,
man, same black time, same black channel, man. Talk black to me, y'all. Every Monday through Thursday, 9 to 11, 9 p.m. Central.
About it, going live, check your notifications so you can holler. Or leave it in the comments, debate it, just being honest. Chicago topics, worldwide views, we supersonic, big gang is conquer, circle back round like every week. Tell a friend off the block, it's where we meet.
Hey, those that fuck with us, those that don't fuck with us anyway.
You already know we locked in the world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back to hood lovers. Bit of conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in the world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back. Come on.
Off the block, giving it back.
The hood lovers.
Block, giving it back. The block, giving it back.
Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back.
Yo, man, I'm in the show like I started the show, man. Let's keep everybody in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations again. Let's keep everybody in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations one more time. Let's keep everybody in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations, man. So grand rising, grand rising, grand rising, and good evening, good evening, good evening, good night, good night, good night, my beautiful people, my fellow Beardonians, and everybody else out there that's watching, man. Hey, when we get in each other's presence and we all come together and meet, may it be on a level. Once we in each other's presence, may we be humble and plumb. And when we leave, may we part on the square. With that being said, man, your boy, Con Man, I'm out.